and welcome to Full Speed Sim Coaching. My name is Blake Townend. We're at Nordschielfe for the Ringmeister for the last week of Season 1, driving the entry-level mini stock car that is used in iRacing. This car is powered by 4 cylinders producing over 200 horsepower. It's a 5-speed manual with hill and toe needed for downshift and clutch for upshifts. The brakes are front discs and rear drums, so it doesn't slow down as well as you think. The tires are small, the hood has a scoop which makes seeing the right front corner impossible. But hey, it all adds to the fun driving this car, as we're about to find out. I did not qualify and am car number 1 in iRacing. The plan is to get on the podium and have fun. There are 26 cars on the grid and I am starting 8th. We've all decided to do a single file start. Was not planning on getting a box full of neutrals just before the green flag. As we get to the last corner, I get an excellent start and use this momentum to dive down the inside for turn 1. Old tires make this car a handful. I need to be cautious and patient while using the curving and to perfect each corner to create overtaking opportunities. The M&M's car lets me by. Missed the apex by some margin. This puts me in a difficult position on the exit, and then out of nowhere I get hit by the number 6, which had run onto the grass and out of control. Into the gravel we both go. As I'm about to rejoin the track, another car goes off and hits me. Oddly enough, no car contact was registered. I thought I had enough time to join the track after that. Fortunately, no races were ruined, however one driver was not too happy, and rightly so. With some elbows out, I'm able to hold on to what is now 15th place. A podium spot is looking rather unlikely by this point. Need to keep my head down. Putting pressure on myself, I need to push, however this backfires by running wide. The cold tires and overdriving still getting the better of me. Keeping it together well, I don't lose any time on the car ahead. Car number 12 running wide on corner entry and then hitting the brakes while on the grass sends him off the track. One more position was gained with no time lost. I know I have decent pace. The first car misses a shift, that's a slam dunk. The 2 cars in front going side by side, my momentum is killed as I have to back off the throttle. The number 11 makes a misshift, gifting me another spot. Driving the heck out of this car in 4th gear, 5th gear bogs down, so 4th is faster. I have no idea what I was thinking hitting the big apex curb. Luckily, I get away with it. As we approach the next braking zone, you can see how easy it is to lock up the small tires in this car. I'm now sitting in 9th spot. The car ahead runs wide and catches me out when he gets on voice, allowing me through. As I attempt to use voice, I then accidentally put the car in neutral, which is quite easy to do when you're busy extracting as much speed out of this tiny car. Four minutes later, I caught the next group of cars. Braking downhill is tricky in this car, and you just need patience. If you remember, I did start behind the M&M's car. He kindly lets me by, and as you are about to witness, I completely misjudged the corner because this car has little glass/windows. You actually hear the other cars rather well, and in this case, it sounded like he was out of control, so I thought. This distracted me, and into the wall I went. These cars seem pretty sturdy, and luckily for me, I was able to continue without the spotter coming on the radio to tell me I had wheel damage. Surprisingly, I did not lose any time from bouncing off the wall. That was a pretty chaotic way to get into 7th. The next group of cars is right there, and I know I can get them, it's just a matter of when.
I can't hear everything too bad.
I'm now putting the pressure on the number 2 car in the hopes that they will make a mistake in the carousel, and as we see a puff of smoke from the number 5 car outbraking himself in the carousel, that was a costly mistake. My car gets a little bit sideways on the exit. You have to fight the car through this section. I'm now trying anything to distract red and white car. I show my nose on entry and this creates a mild punt. As I'm behind the number 2 car, I get a huge amount of snap oversteer. This car is really forgiving providing you show it respect. I'm now on the rear bumper, applying pressure. They're missing the apexes, and as a result, another position gained without much fighting. Quite remarkably, I'm in 4th position after being hit and being as low as 15th. Can I now gain enough time to catch 3rd place? I was able to catch the number 8, I'm not sure if he had a missed gear or decided to let me through. I then make a mistake of my own by overdriving at the carousel. The number 8 didn't fight too hard on the exit. P3 on what turned out to be an exciting race, working my way through the field. I had so much fun that I wanted another go at it. I would line up in 5th spot with an eye on 1st place. For this race, we stayed too wide for the start. I couldn't help but laugh at the "keep your foot hard on the pedal, son, and never mind them brakes" from the car's paint scheme in front. Being on the inside line, I would put the car in 2nd gear. Without hesitation, my eyes were looking at the number 11, and for good reason, as he runs wide on the exit, gets a tank slapper, and hits the black car right in front of me. Meanwhile, I keep my floor in it and narrowly avoid the carnage. My focus is now on catching the 2 in front. As was the case in the previous race, this downhill right-hander was proven challenging with myself and the leader locking up and running wide, with me getting the worst of it, mounting the curb costing me roughly 5 to 6 attempts. With the leader starting to pull away, I had to make sure to keep up with 2nd place, applying any pressure I could. As we enter the carousel for the first time, the number 3 car runs out of the banked groove, killing his momentum. I have a moment of my own on the exit too. As we come out of the second carousel, I gain a few tenths on the leader. And as we begin the second lap, I'm gaining pretty quickly. We run wide at the same exit, showing that we're both pushing the limits. Approaching the last lap, I am now 3 tenths back, and he's certainly starting to feel the pressure. You can hear the leader take second gear through the last corner compared to my third gear. And as you can see, the different lines we're taking, they're running all over the place. I just need to keep this pressure up, and maybe they will make a mistake at some point. As we come out of this corner, he runs wide onto the loose gravel, allowing me to run side by side. Decided to back off so we could live another day. Both of us work in the wheel fight in the car, with the leader locking up once again in this tricky downhill right-hander. He almost loses it, and it was a great save. Coming up to the slowest part of the track, it's a challenging corner, and he runs wide on the exit, and just like that, he loses the car on the exit curb, putting him into a spin. That spin allowed me to bring the car home without any pressure, to get my first win at the Nordschielfe in a car that was brilliantly fun to drive. Unfortunate for the leader that had spun, it was a really good race up until that point.